Hello and welcome to my channel. For this video we're going to draw a mermaid. I've laid out a basic grid and I'm going to start by drawing the mermaid as a stick figure to get her proportions correct. I like to start with the head, then do the neck. Going on to the shoulders, I'm going to use rough circles for the positions of the shoulders and the elbows. Just simple lines will do for the arms. Then for the waist and hips, notice that I'm just using a line to signify where they are positioned. I'm using a light pencil, quite a hard pencil, something around 2H, so that I don't have too strong or deep a line. It'll be easy to rub out when I come to put down the firm lines of the mermaid. Okay, I'm happy with the stick figure. Well, a bit more than a stick figure. So I'm going to now add in some stronger lines defining her basic body outline. I always start the face with 3 horizontal lines for the eyes, the nose and the mouth, and a vertical line for the centre of the face. Here the actual grid has a vertical line in place, so I'm just using that. I can be as imaginative as I like with the mermaid's tail, but I want a pleasing strong curve upwards ending in the fishtail. Whoops, a few adjustments needed. Her arm is a little bit thin on the right at the top, so I've made it a bit fatter. The actual fishtail around her seat, I needed to push it a bit up so that her hand looked more realistic where it was resting. The elbow on the left arm I felt was too high, so I've lowered it a bit. I'm really just doing these things by eye. I'm just getting a sense of where her anatomy realistically and properly should go so that she looks good. A couple of adjustments on the hair so that it's not quite so windblown. I've rubbed it out and lowered it a bit. And now I'm just getting some really lovely strong curves into the hair to get the sense of the sweep of her hair. Really happy so far. I think I'll move on to the face, add in some detail. I'm going to stay with quite a hard pencil so that I get a light line. I'm going to use it quite heavily, but it allows me to control the amount of shadow going down. Later on I'm going to switch to a much softer pencil so I'll get a much darker line for adding the really deep shadows. I've swapped my pencil now for something quite soft, a 3B, to get some lovely dark shadows around her eyes. Back to a harder pencil. I want to introduce some shadows now to some areas of her face, around her cheekbones for example, and also I'm going to go onto the arms and the body. A harder pencil really gives me more control because you've got such a sharp point, such a hard point, that I can add in lots of detail, or very careful detail. It also lets me do some shading in the mid-tones, in the greys. Once I put those down, I can then layer over with a much softer pencil to add in very black lines. To shade the mermaid's tail, I'm leaving a white highlighted edge right the way round. It's really to allow for a 3D effect, to give a nice rounded 3D effect to her tail. Now I'm going to layer up with a pattern of scales just to finish off the mermaid's fishtail. She's almost done. I'm just finishing her off using a soft pencil to add in some very strong shadows, some very black tones. And she's done. Some last bits of shading just by her hand, under her bottom, and I'm happy. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be putting up a new video in a week. Thanks very much. Bye bye.